Today, two members of President Biden's cabinet are in Arizona today, attending a forum in Sedona. Secretary of State Antony Blinken and Treasury Secretary Janet Yellin. Blinken is starting off in Tucson before heading up to Sedona tonight to meet with the Secretary Yellin. They are slated to appear at the Sedona Forum. That's the McCain Institute's signature annual economic gathering. Secretary Yellin is expected to deliver a major address. How a fractured democracy can be destructive to our economy. We'll have a crew there standing by to bring us a live update on Good Evening Arizona starting at 5.